Hey guys, this is Mandy from Light on Earth. I scared a bald eagle away to film this, so I hope you feel special. I got within like 15 or 20 feet of it. I'd heard it call earlier, but the crazy thing about getting close to one is you can hear them start to move their wings when they fly. There's this really loud, like, I can't even describe it, swooping sound of air against their wings. They're just such powerful birds. It's crazy. The theme of today has been birds. I got scolded by a couple of blue jays. I don't know if I was by their nest or what was going on, but I've been noticing birds a lot more lately. I think there's kind of a key with spirituality and starting to notice nature around you, and birds are almost not of this earth, really, in a way. It's kind of cool. So, I wanted to talk to you today about being an empath or being a highly sensitive person, what that means, how that turns into how we can transcend that and move further to our true selves. And you can see the temptation in wanting to identify as an empath. And that's not what we want to do at all. Terms are very good at helping us find like minded people and helping to understand us in a way. And one really cool thing about a diagnosis or having a word to describe something is it can often work in a counterintuitive way in allowing a person to sort of disidentify or take, not disidentify, but take that part of themselves not as seriously as they did because they understand that other people experience it too. And it's not just a personal thing. So, a lot of us are empaths and we tend to feel other people's emotions and situations. And this can be really disabling and it can be really painful. For example, today I went grocery shopping and I had a really large order because we're throwing my son his first real birthday party. It's not his first birthday, but the first real party he's ever had with friends being invited. And so I had to buy a lot of stuff. And there was this old man behind me who just wanted to buy his poor cat some food. And I felt awful for this guy because I have these gaudy cloth bags. I didn't get the right size of cloth grocery bags. And my state's making it illegal to have plastic bags really soon. And so I've had these a while because I'm a crunchy granola person. But they don't fit, and so it took forever for them to bag my groceries. And the entire time, I'm just trying to be present, not because it's taking forever for my order and I want to get going, but because I feel so awful for this poor man behind me with the cat food. And it's those feelings can be really intense and they kind of persist, and I understand that about my personality. And so I look back now and a lot of the choices I've made in life and my career choice of being an artist and kind of leading a really secluded life is because interacting with people is a really painful experience for me because I constantly just want to shrivel up and disappear because I know that living life means that you're gonna you're gonna inconvenience other people occasionally. And I have a really hard time accepting that. And, you know, I think that a lot of us, we can tune into other people's emotions. And so, especially like if somebody actually says something to us and we hear in the tone of the voice, it could be like we're the kids in school when the teacher rebuked us that it crushed our souls. And other people, it doesn't affect whatsoever. And so if you think about the chakras, some of us have like thin spots in our ego. You could think about this like a chakra, like some chakras being very open and some being closed. You could also think of it as thin spots in the ego. And so, to an empath or a highly sensitive person, they um, they are really in tune with what other people think. They really care about how they affect other people, and they're very sensitive that way. But they don't. In being fully self-realized also means, you know, I'm here, I have a gift to the world, I deserve to be here too. My son deserves to have his birthday party. And you know what? I can't always be perfect and buy the perfect size cloth grocery bag. And like forgiving yourself and being able, because you get so caught up that you don't want to be around people and you don't want to let your light shine. And so this is where the law of attraction comes in. And the law of attraction can be really hard for people to accept, and it can be the last thing for people to accept, because it seems like ultimate selfishness, that we are going in the direction of ourselves feeling good, of what makes ourselves what really like that vision of where we're going, and we don't let other people or what's happening to other people get in the way. And that doesn't mean that we, like, another person's ego could be totally thin in the different areas than we are, and they'd be the kind of person who starts a corporation that steps on everybody's toes and ruins the environment, that kind of thing. So you need to be able to balance out those things. And so accepting the law of attraction, accepting yourself, accepting that you have a heart, you have a guiding light, and that that everybody else has their own stuff, and sometimes you're gonna run up against people, and sometimes you're gonna butt heads, and having the strength to understand that that's going to happen, and to deal with that, and to be okay with that, and not just to hide, can be a life-changing thing for an empath to highly put their foot down, and to be brave and go on with their life in that way. And so sensitivity and sensations themselves are hugely important as we become more aware. You may notice that if you start eating healthier, you can't go back and eat the same unhealthy foods, that you're now in tune with your body. You start exercising, and you start eating healthier, and your body thanks you for it, and then all of a sudden you get depressed if you don't exercise, or you find that you get depressed if you eat too much sugar. And so as we become more spiritually evolved and we work on ourselves, we can actually increase the amount of pain and sensitivity that we're feeling, because we're truly learning how important those sensations are for guiding us where our path is going. And if check out my past couple of videos, I talked a lot about how my actual vision changed as I started meditating. I say that meditating because I didn't actually start a meditation practice until a few months ago. But I naturally meditated on water and continually reminded myself to be present. And so meditation, don't think of it, the most effective, dramatically effective meditation is meditation you do when you don't know you're meditating. So the more you meditate, you're keying in with your sensations, and you're connecting with your breath, and you're in tune with your body, and you find how much like a gut response to something is truly a gut response, and you key in with your body. You're not just continually in your head like, oh, what I used to make my decisions based on should I go for a hike right now, or should I do some work? Well, if money is the only thing I'm considering, and my mind can only like focus on one or two areas, but if I really key in with how my body's feeling, and it's like, yeah, you need some sun, you need some time in nature, beautiful day, then life starts to go a lot smoother, and you start finding your inspiration. You key in with your inspiration, you key in with passion and what drives you and what drives creative projects and where the next impulse or inspiration will lead you. And that's the life we want to lead, and that's where true success is found. Nobody wants success if they have to sell a part of their soul to get it. And so if you're an empath or a highly sensitive person, you've just come into this world with your ego being weak in those areas. And so as long as you can kind of balance things out and know where you need to work, then you have an incredible gift to be in tune with your senses, in tune with other people around you, in tune with what they're feeling. You have incredible potential for being able to help people, being able to teach people, to really and the skill that we're trying to build. And it's funny how things in my life have happened lately to make me realize how important it is that I build the skill, is being able to truly listen to people. And when you do that, people will really start complaining to you and unloading their own problems on you. And if you add to the drama of their problems and you think that you're empathizing, then you won't do them any good. But if you can truly listen and truly open your heart to them, and at the same time give a response that something like Eckhart Tolle suggests, say, is that so? So if somebody says that somebody did them wrong, you could say, is that so? Now, normally that's a really kind of asshole thing to do, unless it sounds like that would truly come from you. But whenever we can redirect people to understanding that instead of looking at it's somebody else's fault, or it's how I was born, or it's unfortunate, we redirect them to what lights your soul up. What direction are you going in within the present moment? That is just so compelling and so fulfilling that it doesn't even matter that there's any future implied in what direction you're going. It just bounced off my head. I don't know. Tree dropped something on my head. But that's a direction we're going in, and that's the direction that we need to encourage other people to go in all the time. And so make time for things that raise your vibration, that light you up. And if you're highly sensitive to things, know that you basically got a head start in the journey of spirituality. And that doesn't mean that life is always going to be comfortable for you, but it does mean that you have a really strong guidance system, and you're going to go to some really incredibly amazing places. Thanks for watching today. I love you guys. Bye.